What's up, LPY? How you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are having fun. I hope you're excited about life groups tonight. I think we're going to have a whole lot of fun. To kind of set up the topic of discussion, tonight I get the honor and the privilege to share the topic with you. And tonight we're going to be talking about what it means to make wise choices. And I know we've talked about this before. You know that I talk about it a lot from the stage. But I just kind of want to let you in on what kind of my thoughts on this are. And I think that we'll set up a discussion tonight that you're going to enjoy and something that you're going to be able to apply to your life. I know that you guys are dealing with this kind of topic probably from your parents a lot. They're probably telling you, please don't think like a teenager. Will you please make good choices? Will you do smart things? You know, et cetera, et cetera. And listen, I know that there's a lot of different things that you could talk about with this. Typically, it's always like related to big stuff. You know, it's always related to like drugs and alcohol and making good choices there, or premarital sex, or you know, those sorts of things. But listen, tonight I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about how you can apply this to every aspect of your life. With every decision that you make, you can actually make a very good decision in everything that you do. So that's kind of what we want to talk about tonight. And to kind of set that up, you guys know that I'm a big sports guy. Okay, I understand the world through two ways. I understand the world through Disney movies, and I understand the world through sports. All right, so if we didn't have Disney movies or sports, I would just be lost. I wouldn't know what to do with my life. So that's kind of how I understand things, and it puts them into perspective for me. And you know, sometimes when I'm watching basketball or something like that, for example, you'll hear coaches throw this term around a lot. They'll say that a player is not coachable. And what they mean by that is the player may be just an exceptional athlete, just, you know, incredible vertical leap and incredible speed, good size, all those sorts of things that you would want in a good basketball player. But the kind of thing that deters people, coaches and teams, from picking this player up is their attitude, and says that they're not coachable, meaning that they don't want to listen to coaching. They don't want to listen to advice. They don't want to listen to critiques. And because they won't listen to anybody else, they think that they can do it on their own. They don't need anybody else there to help them. They don't need anything. So it's really, really, really frustrating as a coach, because you know that there's a player that has so much potential. They're so good, they're so talented, but they can't get out of their own way. They just make stupid choices because they won't listen to anybody else. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, is being able to listen to other people when they want to offer you advice, especially if these people that are offering advice are people that you look up to in a positive manner. If it's your pastor, okay, if Matt is telling you to do something, if he's preaching something from the stage, or if it's me, or your youth leaders, or if it's a basketball coach, you know, if some of you guys are athletes, if it's a coach, if it's a teacher, your parents, somebody that loves and cares about you, that's trying to offer you advice, you should definitely take them up on that. Because here's kind of what I want to, you know, we're going to read some scripture in a second, but this is kind of the thought that I want you to kind of have rolling around in your brain. Is it possible that perhaps, because you're a teenager, and that means if you're in the room tonight and you're a teenager, you are between the ages of 12 to 18. All right, you are somewhere on the high end. You are 18 years old. You've been on this earth for 18 years. Whoever is in authority over you most likely is older than you. So do you think that when they're trying to give you advice, that it's possible that they might know more about life than you do? Is it possible that they might have lived through this season of life that you're currently in? Yeah, it is possible, and they might know what they're talking about. And they're trying to save you from heartache. They're trying to save you from pain and misery and all those sorts of things by helping you to make wise choices. So here's the scripture I want to read. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15, I think is what this one is. So it says, "The fools think their own way is right, but the wise listen to others." So here's what I want to leave you with tonight, guys. Listen, as we kind of go to life groups here in just a second, we're going to discuss this in greater detail. What do you think it means to be coachable? What do you think it means to listen to somebody else and understand that maybe they're going to tell you something that you don't necessarily like? I mean, there's a lot of times where a coach told me, "Taylor, look, you know, you're a good player, but until you learn how to use your left hand, you're never going to do anything in basketball." Well, I didn't really want to hear that, but it was what I needed to hear. So my choices were, my decisions that I made were directly affected by that information. If I listened to what they said, I made a choice to work on my left hand so that I could dribble with it, so that I could finish with my left hand under the rim, whatever the case may be. And for you, it may be something else. somebody is telling you what you're doing is wrong or what you're doing needs work, you need to spend some more time over here on this aspect of your life and not so much time on this aspect of your life, whatever the case may be, take them up on their advice because they love you and they care about you and they want you to make good choices. So I hope you guys are gonna. I hope you're gonna have a really fun time just discussing this and figuring out what it means to make a wise choice and how do you do that in everyday life. So love you guys. We'll see you tonight as we head to life groups right now.